Okay, here goes the next fix. I'm still working with this image here from an old Photoshop book, and we're fixing it up, and there's this tear down here in this photo, and we need to fix this obviously. So this time I'm going to try out some of these other tools and see how they work, try them out. And this one's the patch tool. It's underneath the spot healing brush. If you hold down your left key, you'll get to the patch tool, right? So I held down that, see, I got the patch tool here, and what you're going to do is you're going to just draw a little selection over the area that you want to patch. Okay, so I'm going to draw this just like that. I want to patch this area. Okay, there we go. Alright, that's the area I want to patch, and now drag it to a spot where it's going to look good. I kind of liked up here a bit, and maybe even to the dark a little bit so it masks that dark, and then you just let go and it blends it in quite nicely. That was pretty quick and painless. Alright, Control D on your keyboard to deselect, and then you go in with your clone stamp tool and Alt click and clean up the edges. So right here, Alt click and paint and paint and paint. Right over here, Alt click and paint. Hold down your Alt key, click to target, and then fix it up. Okay, now over here with this area, might be able to do the same thing right here. That could be interesting. We could try that with the patch tool and see if that works. So I'll just click this area of the leg right here. Right, there we go, and then drag that up to where the leg is good, right, and ta-da, that looks pretty darn good. Got a little bit of coloration problems here, so I'll just get the clone stamp tool and Alt target, click, and then paint, and that looks pretty good. Pretty happy with that. I'm pleased with myself. Alright, the other tool that I might do to fix up some of these little blue spots in here, you can see that there's blue spots. I don't know if you can see that right there. Little problems like that. This time let's try another tool. Let's try the spot healing brush. So just click there, gone, 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 gone. Spot healing brush. I've got proximity match set here, and I don't know if this is a great tool, but if you're doing just kind of some quick fixes like this, it's going to find the pixels that are surrounding, and it's going to make a decision on how to replace them. And if I'm just doing small little fixes, I could probably just rely on it to do the fix. And for small problems, this tool looks like it's pretty adept. Notice how I just do one click. I just kind of one click it, right? Spot, one click with my mouse. Oh, that one didn't look so good, so Control Z to undo. Notice how that one did not come out okay, so I slid a little bit over to the right to get away from that shadow. It thought I wanted to put the shadow into that spot, and I didn't. And then here, kind of like when you're spotting out a real photograph with a brush or a pen, right? A real black and white photograph, for instance, you're spotting it out. You don't have to get rid of everything, just most of the problem. If you get rid of most of the problem, then it's just not going to be noticeable, right? It doesn't have to be perfect. I just need to kind of just get rid of the majority of the problem. I don't have to fix it completely. A lot of people think, oh, I've got to make it look perfect. I just want to make it so that you don't notice it, and that's the way I'm going to work it. Okay, so, and then instead of the spot healing brush, maybe this time I'll get the healing brush tool, and I'll sample from this area, Alt click from this area, and then just paint a little bit and see if I can actually Alt click sample and then paint and see how well that works. Alt click and then paint. Alt click, just like the clone stamp tool. Kind of the healing brush tool is a similar process. I'm using this tool because it might be a little bit quicker than the clone stamp. Like this, I've got a coloration problem, so Alt click, sample, and then paint. Alt click and then paint. Alt click because I want to fix that color. I want the color from this area to be painted into that area, and that's looking better. I've got some problems here which I need to clean up. I've got some problems here in the hair that I need to clean up. Let's see if we can get that to work out. Okay. Alright. Healing brush tool. Alt click. Paint. And I don't really like what that did. Control Z. That's not the color I was looking for. Alt click. Paint. Better a little bit. Alt click. Paint. Not so good. Alt click, paint. The other thing you can do is, well, there's other ways of doing this, but it's kind of a long process. Just have to take it one step at a time. And once again, you know, you're just trying to get the majority of it gone. I might use I like the way that patch tool worked. Let's try that over here. Patch tool. Click on this right here, right? Drag that over here, and it kind of put a fade on there. I don't really quite like that color that it did. Let's see here. No, it does a kind of a coloration change, which I'm not too happy with. So just have to play with it. If you don't like what it's doing, then pick another tool, grab another tool, try to get the job done. Healing brush tool, I can alt click here and paint in here for a while, start off with, see if I can fix that. Once again, the clone tool, alt set here, and then just paint, see if I can match some areas from over here into here without making it too noticeable that I'm changing. What you don't want to do is repeat a pattern. If you can see repeated patterns, you know it's been photoshopped, you know there's a problem. I'll try to get an example of that. In other words, if I see this spot right here and I just paint right here, well, you know, we might start noticing that, hey, this thing is over here and then it's over here again, right? And then I could do it again over here. You know, you start doubling up the process, and it's not as good. I'm going to go to history, go back twice. So anyway, why don't you work on that, and then on the next one we'll fix the next problems, some other cool problems in the next video.